Hey everyone, and thank you so much for checking out another video here on my Marlo's Marbles YouTube channel. So today's video is a very special one that I have been wanting to tell you guys about for a while. As I'm sure if you have been a subscriber to my channel, and by the way, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please make sure to subscribe by hitting that red subscribe button and make sure to put on your notifications so you get notified whenever I upload. But if you have been with me for a while, you know that I enjoy sharing things about myself with you guys so that you all get to know me better. So today's video is kind of one of those videos. So if you want to get to know what today's special video is about, just keep watching. So today's video is, like I said, a very special kind of video. So I am wearing blue. I actually have a blue headband in my hair, and the significance to the blue is why I'm doing the video today. So November is Diabetic Awareness Month, and that just leads me right into my what I wanted to share with you guys. So June 1st of this year of 2018, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and it had been there had been multiple weeks leading up to that I really wasn't feeling well, that I really wasn't doing well, and I knew something was wrong. And I went into the hospital May 31st, and so June 1st, the next morning, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And I remember at the very beginning, I wasn't sure how to react. I was kind of upset at the doctor that had come in the night before on May 31st hadn't told me like officially that she was diagnosing me, that she thought that's what it was, but she wasn't positive. So I don't really consider my diagnosis date May 31st. June 1st, the next day, was when I had multiple doctors come to visit me in my hospital room. I did stay overnight, and they did officially diagnose me as type 2 diabetic. And there was multiple doctors that came to visit me. Of course, there was an endocrinologist. There was all kinds of other doctors. I don't even remember their titles, to be honest. I must have met with at least 6 or 7 doctors that morning. So I only remember meeting the endocrinologist because I've obviously seen him since. So he stands out the most, and he was the most memorable to me. And so with all of the doctors that were telling me that morning about type 2 diabetes, and that it's the reversible diabetes, because if you just take your blood sugar level, if you take all of your medicines that you need to, if you exercise, if you change your diet, if you do what you need to, that it more or less can be reversed. And actually, so with that went kind of the good attitude that I decided to have with all of this, because, the opposite would have just been, me taking it poorly, and it probably would have made me more sick. It probably would have made me worry more. I would have had more anxiety, and I just thought, pardon me, I just thought the best way to react to this, the best way to manage it and take care of it and to be good about it is just to have a good attitude. And I think that is, honest to God, one of the most important parts of all of this is when you get diagnosed with a condition like this, whether it is reversible or not, that you have a good attitude about it. Because if you don't, then like I said, it can make you more sick. It can cause you to have more anxiety. It can cause so many things that can make that condition worse. So I truly believe that if you have a good and positive attitude about something, that it will be better for you and better for everyone else around you. So with all of the doctors that I met, they were actually quite surprised and a little bit impressed from what I heard from a few of them, was that I was taking it so well. And I told them what I just told you guys, that it's a huge part of it, and that reacting differently would just cause me to be more sick and feel worse. So I did have multiple people come and visit me. I had one nurse come and tell me how to take my blood sugar level. I got this neat little kit, which I will show you guys, and it just has everything I need in it. So it has the little contraption that you open, that you put the lancet needle in. It has, of course, the test strips, and then the blood sugar meter itself. I have the One Touch VarioFlex, if that'll focus. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like get it to focus for you. There you go. I'm having to tilt it a little bit, but so it comes in this neat little traveling case. I don't really take it out of the case, to be honest, just because it's, you know, it's perfect stored in there, and I don't lose any part of what's in there. So they told me, you know, multiple things when it came to taking my blood sugar and what I needed to do. So, of course, my endocrinologist came to meet with me, and I've met with him a couple of times, of course, since my diagnosis. And a few of the things, the most important things that were told to me were, first of all, to take my blood sugar level. Second thing was to change my diet, that what I was eating before was partly what caused this condition to happen, is that I had been eating really poorly. Even though there was lots of, you know, foods and lots of drinks that I avoided, I don't, as you may or may not have known if I've mentioned them in previous videos or not. I don't know if I have, but I don't really drink alcohol, maybe once or twice a year. I don't drink soda. I don't eat bad food. I don't like eat fast food. I treat myself to it maybe once a year. There's not a lot of junk food that I eat. So to me, at the time, I was eating somewhat healthy, but at the same time, there was a lot of foods that I was, I guess, binging on, that I was eating more of than I should have as far as portion. And there was foods that I was just eating more of than anything else. And I wasn't really balancing I wasn't balancing proteins. I wasn't balancing everything that you should be eating. I wasn't. So I had to change my diet. He also told me, happens to be he, told me that I had to start exercising and that I had to take multiple medications. So along, with going with the attitude, I said, okay, if this is what I have to do, this is what I will do. So going into the next kind of item on my list here, I do have a little list right below the camera, just to kind of not forget things, because I do tend to forget certain things if I don't write them down, especially for these kinds of videos. So I apologize if I look down every once in a while. But going into the next part was changing my diet. So I was a huge, and I mean humongous, pasta eater. I ate it every day for a lot of meals, and that was part of what was unhealthy and why I got type 2, was I was eating more of than I should have, and I was eating bigger portions than I should have, and it just went on from there. So I changed my diet completely. I've been eating more protein. So I have been eating eggs more often, which I actually, weirdly enough, for many years wasn't able to eat eggs. I don't know why, but every time I ate them, they would make me gag and just couldn't eat them for multiple years. But all of a sudden, I think it was just the mindset that I put my mind into with the positive attitude and whatnot, that my body kind of changed its mind about eggs. And so I just kind of rediscovered them and how much I actually do like them, and how easy they are to prepare, and the different kinds of eggs that you can make, scrambled, sunny side up, omelets. Omelets have become actually a favorite of mine. I do actually want to learn a couple of different kinds of ways of preparing eggs that I never have done in my life. So that's something that I'm planning to do. But I've also been eating a lot of fish and a lot of chicken. For a while, I was pretty much more or less vegetarian because I wasn't eating all that stuff before. But because of this, I did have to change my diet. I know I could have gone plant-based and could have tried that whole like adding protein that way. But I decided the smarter thing was for me to have chicken and have fish, and like I was just talking about, have the eggs. I also still, I was told by the doctors I still can have pasta. I just have to eat it in moderation and check my portion size. So now when I eat pasta, I definitely do not eat anywhere close to the portions that I used to. I make sure that it is a decent amount, an amount that's not too small, but that's obviously not too big, that will fill me up. And I don't eat it every day. I try because I enjoy it so much. I usually do eat it like every other day or every couple of days. I try not to eat it every single day, but sometimes it happens. I just make sure those days that it does happen to have small portions so that my blood sugar level doesn't, fly up. So I also make sure to eat other healthier things with it as well to make it a more balanced meal. So that means I will have a piece of fruit with any of the meals. So with pasta or not, I try to incorporate more veggies, more fruit, more healthy snacks. So as snacks, I'll have like those 100-calorie snack packs. I will have a piece of fruit, or I will have maybe some vegetables like dipped in a small sauce or just by themselves. I really rediscovered kind of my love of tomatoes, of cucumbers, of different like cheeses that I could eat and be totally okay with, blood sugar wise, and that wouldn't spike it or that wouldn't lower it. So it was interesting once I changed my diet, all of the stuff that I could eat, and I was told by a dietitian that I could eat anything I wanted just to eat it in moderation and just make sure I was having a somewhat small portion size. And that's what I have been doing. I still enjoy some of the same snacks, the Trader Joe's white cheddar puffs. I still enjoy, treating myself every once in a while. I just make sure that the portion size is pretty much around, if not the serving size of what the food is. So that's been a huge, huge part of it, is checking the serving size, sticking to it or sticking like around it. And then the big also part of all of this in eating and changing my diet was also looking at the nutrition facts and looking at the carbohydrates. I was told that for my type 2, and this is different for everybody, so this is not for you. So if you are type 2 diabetic or you're type 1, do not follow what I am saying, because your doctors and the people that you're seeing may tell you otherwise. But personally, I was told that I didn't have to watch the sugars in the nutrition facts or the salt so much. Obviously, make sure that they're not too high, but that more than anything, I needed to watch the total carbohydrate count per the serving size. And that's what I have been doing, is every item I have picked up since my diagnosis, I look at the total carbohydrate count and I look at the serving size, and based on that, that's how I portion out what I am going to eat and how much of it I'm going to eat. And that has been serving me very, very well. Also a huge, and I mean the biggest part of changing my diet, to be honest, has been creating a meal plan and meal prepping. That has been the hugest part of all of this. So I have been meal prepping and meal planning literally since my diagnosis. I think that week I just went right into it, and that's what I have been doing since. I haven't changed as far as meal planning and meal prep. Sometimes it's better than, some weeks it's definitely better than others. Some weeks it's just, if I'm being more productive that week or not, depending on what is going on work life and personal life wise. But I have been really, really good about meal planning and meal prep. And actually, to go along with that, before I get into my last two kind of parts of my story and sharing with you guys all of this, is that the video, sorry, I just blanked for a second. The video that's coming in 2 weeks, and then the video that is following 2 weeks after that, those are going to be both meal planning, meal prep videos. So if you are interested in how I meal plan and how I meal prep, you'll definitely want to make sure you're subscribed to this channel and you have that bell. You've hit that bell so you get notified when I upload, so that you can check those videos out. I know a lot of my friends that watch my videos have really wanted to see those kinds of videos from me, especially since June. So they are coming to you, I promise. So just look out for them in the next coming weeks. So all of November, since it is Diabetic Awareness Month, all of these videos are going to be related to my condition and to taking care of it. So that kind of goes into my third little topic here, is from June 1st till today, which is actually November 1st. I usually, FYI, I don't usually tape videos this late, but it's been a week. If you've been paying attention to the news, it's been what has been going on. So it was a very rough week for me. It still kind of is, but I promised that I would get a video out to you guys every 2 weeks, and I didn't want to veer from that. So I am making the video a day before it goes up. But anyway, so from June 1st till November 1st, today, I have actually lost 40 pounds. And it has been because I have been exercising. So I didn't go into that, I just realized that, but I'll go into it quickly. Is exercise, I haven't been doing like any lifting of weights or really going to the gym, but I have been making sure to walk around whether it's been walking around my neighborhood, my block, the block that I live on, walking around it, or just making sure to walk a little more while I'm at work, because the job is sitting for the most part. Just making sure to walk a little more, or during the day, just to get my body moving and do something productive that's not only being productive just in general, whether it's regards to cleaning or doing something, running errands, that kind of stuff, just making sure to keep moving more, so that I am getting in some exercise. And because the winter is going to be coming soon and I won't be able to walk around my neighborhood as easily when, especially with snow and everything, I do plan on joining a gym possibly. I know that there's tons of videos obviously here on YouTube that I can watch here at home to do exercising, so I might incorporate that as well. But the reason for all of the weight loss has been exercising. It has been changing my diet. It has been watching my blood sugar levels, taking them religiously. So I only take my blood sugar level twice a day. When I was first diagnosed, they wanted me to take it 4 times a day, which I thought was a little crazy. It's understandable, but I thought it was a little crazy, like at least for the first 2 or 3 weeks. I was doing it 4 times a day. So I was having to, of course, prick my finger 4 times a day, which sucked. But, I got used to it. And then when my endocrinologist told me I could go down to twice a day, it was a huge relief. And then the other big part of the weight loss has also been the medications, and that goes kind of into my last topic, is the medications and following them exactly how they were prescribed to me as far as the dosage. That's what I've been doing, is I've been taking those medications religiously. So 2 of them I have to take every single day. So I take them in the morning right before I eat. And then the other 2 I only have to take weekly, which is kind of nice. So I try to take them on the same day every week because it's just easier for me personally to remember, okay, you know, on this day I take this medication and on that day I take the other weekly medication. It's just very easy for me to remember this is when I have to take what. So that is also, like I said, been a huge part of all of this, is the medications, because some of the medications help with weight loss and some of them obviously but help my body when it comes to blood sugar levels, when it comes to blood pressure, all of that. So those medications that I am taking have been extremely helpful. So when you combine all of it, when you combine taking the blood sugar level, the changing of diet, the exercise, and the medications, it makes a world of difference. That if you, like I said earlier in the video, if you go with a positive attitude and you do exactly what your doctor tells you to do, and you have a good attitude about it all, that it all will be good. Everything will work how it's supposed to. Everything will hopefully go the way it should, and it has been for me. I recently actually went to my endocrinologist back at, since today is November 1st, so it's been like a month and a half since I last saw him, but I was told by him that I was pretty much a mono patient because I was doing exactly what I needed to do, that my numbers were good, my blood sugar level numbers were good. We took my A1C, which is your like blood glucose for the past 3 months, and it went down dramatically. So when I first got diagnosed, it was high. It wasn't anything like kidney or renal failure or anything of that sort. So it wasn't dangerously high, but it was high. And now it's exactly where it needs to be. It's the average number that everybody, whether they have diabetes or not, should be in. So I was told, just keep doing what you're doing and don't change the dose, don't change anything that you're doing, because clearly what you're doing is working. I apologize that this video has been a little bit on the long side, but I did want to share this with you guys, share my story, share what I've been doing, and all of that. So thank you for tuning into this video and watching. And like I said earlier, make sure to check out the next couple of videos this month that, like I said, are meal planning and meal prep. And before I end this video, I did want to shout out a special friend of mine that was kind of, I guess the best way to phrase it is like instrumental in all of this, in getting this video out here and getting the next few videos out to you guys and stuff that I've just been working on, my personal life and everything. So my good friend Christine Marie, who I used to work with, is a tarot card reader, and one day I decided, you know what, I'm gonna have her read tarot cards for me. I'm gonna have a reading done by her. And the tarot card reading was absolutely amazing. I truly believe in tarot card readings and things in that whole realm. And so whether, you want to call that supernatural or not, whatever, I believe in that stuff. So I believe in tarot card readings. And so she did a reading for me, and it was amazing what came up during that reading. And it was just all about me. I guess the best way to phrase it was just more about me being open to you guys and sharing more with you guys and working on this channel more, which I have been doing. I have been planning out videos pretty well, actually. I have, you know, all of this month's videos planned out, and I have most of December's videos planned out. I'm already thinking about what videos to do once the new year starts. So working on my channel as a whole. So that was a huge part of it. There was other components in, you know, in my personal life that I'm also working on doing. And especially with recent events, I'm going to be working on them even more now. So if you are interested, and if you obviously believe in that, if you believe in tarot card readings and things of that nature, I'm going in the description below, I'm going to make sure to put Christine Marie's contact information so that if you want to get a reading, you can contact her and tell her that I sent you. Maybe she'll throw a little discount your way. But definitely reach out to her. She is an amazing person. I am so grateful to call her a friend. And she just did an amazing reading with me. So I think she'll do an amazing reading for you guys if you check her out. And like I said, check out the description for her contact information. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Tune in to my videos later this week. And thank you so much for letting me be open with you guys. I really appreciate it. And to any family or friends that are watching, I love you all so much, and how supportive you guys have been of me since my diagnosis, and just working with me and always being there for me. And the friends that I have that are also diabetic, that have been helping me through this whole journey and whole adjustment. And the goal is, to be honest, the goal is by this time, or by my diagnosis date of 2019, so of June 1st, 2019, to more or less have reversed my diagnosis. That's the goal. So hopefully, just sticking with what I have been doing and what I am going to keep doing, that'll happen. And we'll see how much more weight I lose in the next few months with sticking with my meal planning and meal prep and all of that. And that's it. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I've already said that 3 times now. I apologize. My mind's a little frazzled this week. But yeah, so I will see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.